Okay, so when all is done, you should have a PDF, and you will turn those in to me. As well, you will have a printout that you're going to work on your line weights. Those sheets should look something like this, where the site plan, wait a minute, let's go from beginning to end. So you have a perspective sheet at the very beginning, which should look something like that. And if you recall, we have a contour line, or the what was it called? The profile line at the very edge, and then you have the face, which is another line weight, and then whatever is the inside part, that is a third weight. Perspective title, NTS means not to scale. So if you want to put that, you can say not to scale. I know on this one it has a little line right here that kind of cleans everything up. I have as examples of these guys, I have the text there already, but you can choose any size that you want, but make it look decent. Okay, so you have the perspective drawing first, and then you're going to move on into the site plan. And the site plan should look something like this. We're not going to be able to do anything about the dash line. It should be a dash line, but we're not going to have it. So you have these trees hatched, you have some of these stone walls hatched, you have your line weights placed in your solar gallery here. And you have the title and the scale on here and a north arrow. These are what's called a graphic scale. I won't require it for this one, but we will in future projects. Okay, so have something like this done. After the site plan, you will have a floor plan. Floor plan should look something like this, where you have several line weights. The wall weights are one, and maybe the podium is another, and then everything below is kind of thin. Okay. Also, you have a choice of whatever is inside here, taking your gray marker and pocheting that edge. And that was one of the choices. This is an example of a title block. So you have a north arrow combined with a title and the scale. So that is your floor plan. From the floor plan, we could either move to the section or the elevation. So we'll just show the section right now. And the section, if it cuts through the podium, it'll be good. And if it shows the west-facing windows, or depends. You'll either show the west-facing window or the painting. Okay. So you have the light, or the glass for the light, solar light, and you have a heavy line for the ground line. Remember, just like our line weight example, you may not have this line, and you could poche this entire area here. And then you will also have the elevation. The elevation will look something like this, where you have the profile line and then what's beyond. You will name your elevation east, south, north, west, depending on which side the elevation is. I would also try to add a little extension for the bottom so that it looks like it's sitting on the ground. Okay. Title it elevation at 1/8 inch scale, because that's the scale of the drawing. Your diagram sheet, which probably could have gone right after your perspective, should look something like this. Is it visible, not visible, your approach, and your solar diagram, as well as your solar section. And for this thing right here, please note that it does say this is the winter, equinox, and summer. And having a poche like this really helps to define what is solid, what is not solid. You could do this also for the section drawing as well. Okay? So basically, whatever is the plan, put a north arrow. Whatever is the section or elevation, the side views, no north arrow is needed. Alright? So those are the basic 6 drawings that you will be required for this project to be turned in for this class. You will also be asked to provide a copy for your 101 class. And after we're all done with this manual line weight stuff, we'll present this in the next few weeks. All right?